Hey, how's it going? It's Grant
And Shelby.
with the Garden of Eater, and tonight we're going to be going over a couple of the giveaways that we have been having running for a while now. The boy or girl, and the how many dragon stone pounds is in this tank. I said that out of order, but it worked. It worked. We're running with it. But we're also going to do a couple of our own giveaways here tonight, and then talk about probably our biggest giveaway yet. But there is some necessities. You're gonna have to come get this big giveaway. So being able to drive to Georgia is going to be one of the stipulations for that. But we'll get to that in a little bit. First off, let's start off a $25 gift card giveaway to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. Hashtag TGOE. And basically, we won't be able to ship out anything until we get back from Aquashella. If you place like a small order tonight or something like that, we might be able to get it out tomorrow. But chances are, if you place an order this week, we will not be getting to it until Tuesday of next week. So 8 days until our next real shipping day. So any orders that are placed and we're not able to get them out on time, we're going to include a bunch of extras to make up for the wait. But we appreciate everybody for being patient with us. So we'll try to get that gift card to you. But if you use it right away, you're going to have to be patient with us. So that is basically the first giveaway out of the way. The next one we're going to do is the boy or girl. So do you have that one all figured out, Shelby?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just give her a second to get that all up and running. Besides that, this week we haven't been doing a whole lot. Just kind of getting things ready for Aquashella Chicago. It is like your last chance to get pre-orders for Aquashella Chicago. I've got somebody that wants us to hold aside 15 Tangerine Tigers. Another person wants us to hold aside one of the moving mimosa aquatic, Neptunia aquatica. Oh, man, I'm horrible at the Latin name. Please forgive me, Dr. Anthony. But that is the Touch Me Not plant where you touch the leaves and it closes up. We sold out of those at Dallas. We haven't been to Chicago Aquashella because there wasn't one last year in 2 years. So we're hoping that this is going to be a good show. Oh, I got the hiccups. Hold on. It's a brutal live stream already. Oh, man. But we're hoping for it to be a nice show. Aquashellas are always good in general. Chicago is one of the better shows. Florida, we don't do the best because we've got a lot of customers already here in Florida that are able to buy shrimp and plants and all that off of us. But when we travel out of states, Chicago and Dallas are one of our two better shows, that and the Keystone Clash. So we're coming prepped, and hopefully we won't sell out of everything on the first day. So we've got more plants, more shrimp, more snails. Did we make any isopod bags?
No.
Oh, we got to bring some isopods for sure. We've got a ton of isopods too now. So just the aquatic ones, not the terrestrial ones. We still only have one variety. So, but pretty much today was get everything ready, all the bags. I am running through all of the moss right now. I'm not even like a third of the way through. Moss is super easy because whatever doesn't sell, I'll offer it to you guys on Monday night's live stream and give it at a discounted rate. And these are show size cups. Like the tanks behind us aren't that bad. This one behind Shelby is pretty bad. Like this is all moss right here, this entire tank. And it's up onto the front of the glass right here. So we've got probably 100 tanks that are like that. Always say I'm drowning in moss. I got to be able to see my shrimp. So there's even some tanks where I've been really focusing on culling and removing out all the ugly ones, the unwanted ones, and other tanks. And it's hard to do that with the moss. So I've been just going through, especially on the weeping moss, because it kind of grows forward really quick. I just grab the portion here, grab the portion there, grab the portion. We're bringing 15 portions of weeping moss. Usually we only bring 10, but it's usually like the first moss that sells out. It's like a 50-50 whether it's going to be Christmas moss or weeping moss that sells out first, because Christmas moss kind of sells itself. But when people come up to you and they're like, which one do you recommend for like a bonsai tree or to grow on a rock or something like that, it's always going to be weeping moss. Maybe mini pelly if you're doing like a smaller scape, or you're patient and you're waiting for things to grow out. Otherwise, weeping moss is a great one for aquascaping. So you got the boy girl thing ready?
And just like Craig's Catfish Cave, thank you, member for 18 months.
Excited. Talked with Sam Scales, so that way when you do hit your 24 months, hopefully we've got that one up and ready. He should be working on it. He kind of bounces around from project to project, and he's been doing quite a few shows. So it'll be hopefully not that long of a wait. So.
All right, and we're starting the draw for this one.
All right, let's go.
Oh boy, this is terrible.
And these are all of the people who guessed girls. So Shark Fin Adventures.
Most likely won't be in chat. Most of these people are replay people, so we'll reach out to them during comments. So congratulations, Shark Fin Adventures. If you are here, you can comment down below. Usually, most of the people that comment on our videos are watching after we have the live streams. So I want to make it fair to people that comment on our videos, especially if you do a giveaway on our videos for comments, you don't have to be on the live stream, because I know not everyone can make it. So it's much better to have some contests that are just for commenting, and we'll reach out to you.
And it is a little...
he is here. Oh, congratulations.
Awesome. And it is a little bit difficult to come up with some like fun and interesting things to do giveaways like that. So that was one of those ones where it was just, let's do it. There won't be many more of those kind of giveaways, but there will be another one guaranteed.
And Abstract said, please bring some isopods.
All right.
So, and then Shark Fin Adventures, what did I win?
All right. So for the boy girl gift card or giveaway, you will get a gift card for $25 to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. But I thought it would be fitting to give away a dual print of red and blue, since that was the boy or girl challenge. Also, the shrimp that we chose to put in the tank are Shelby's Galaxy Pintos. So here you go. You are going to get this Sam Scales trio of prints, as well as the $25 gift card to our website, TGOE Shrimp. So thank you so much for participating. We really haven't had anybody like guess on the name.
Rusty said Lucy.
So anybody, commenting on any of the posts, a name is a little bit bigger than a 50-50 boy-girl choice. So if anybody gives us a new name that we were going to run with, I guarantee you the giveaway is going to be a lot better than that. And if anybody can guess the name that we're already leaning on, nothing's set in stone, nothing's been written down yet. So
it technically has, but
it's not set in stone, though. All right, there's no birth certificate yet. It could always change. Somebody could give us a name, and we could be like, "Why did we not think of that? That's perfect. We have to go with that, right?" But please don't comment on here. I don't get to see them. I can't read this chat. But if you comment on any of our other videos, a random name, I'm pretty sure I'm going to know what it is, what it's for, and we will.
Can't even pronounce that, Dr. Anthony. I hope you feel better too. COVID's nasty. I've had it multiple times and just got over a pretty bad one not too long ago. So I hope you feel better soon. Hashtag Alora. I can't even pronounce that, Abstract. But his is Lakusha. I don't know.
Lakusha.
No, I can't pronounce that properly. You just wanted to give us something we can't. Fun fact on that one, Craig's. Oh no, Savannah was supposed to be my name, not Samantha. I always forget that.
Okay.
Savannah was supposed to be my name.
But while
Not fitting.
we're talking about giveaways that were for other people out of chat, we didn't get an exact answer. So, if anybody goes to the other short and it's how many pounds of dragonstone are in the aquarium, I have a winner. This person is going to win no matter what. But if somebody can guess the exact pounds, and the person is only off by 1 pound, so there's a little hint. All right, don't be going and guessing anything out of the norm. The person was only off by 1 pound. So if somebody else can get it right before I go to it, I will check the comments before we start it off. But I'll do 2 of the boxes of Dragonstone to give away. But right now, we've only got 1 winner. Can't say who it is because then it would give it away. But yeah, we've got that. And if you want to do the TGOE $25 gift card now, that'd be a good time since I'm kind of having a brain fart on where to go next.
I love this one with Tooth Dog Nani, only because it's so close to Nami, which I love, and I would absolutely name my daughter, but it's like also like not the time or place to name. But Nami's one of my favorite One Piece characters if you're a One Piece fan. So.
And I already mentioned Aquashella pre-orders. Pretty much if they're not in tonight, though, we will not be able to get them because we leave early Wednesday morning. But you want to draw the $25 gift card?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
You just said that 2 seconds ago. All right.
And then if anybody has any shrimp questions, fish tank questions, plants, anything like that, if it's related to our channel and we can help out, tonight is the night. We're kind of just jumping around, giving stuff away, talking about things that happen, but we've got time.
John Morgan.
John, congratulations.
So congratulations. Sadly, Michelle will not be able to enter the contest, but hopefully this will make you guys feel a little bit better.
So just make sure to email us at thegardenofelater@gmail.com. I should stop sharing screen when I'm clicking through buttons like that. That's so funny. Welcome in, everyone. I am slowly reading. The baby's name is Beatrice. I actually love older time names, and like there was so many that I picked, and Grant doesn't like older time names. I want to bring them back in style with some of them, but then he's like 2 of them too old. Like Matilda was one of my first choices because I love Matilda or Madeline. Like I like those names, but I've met too many crazy Madelines. Hashtag Kara, not Carapace. That one's dark. That one's pretty good. Frog said, "Can we guess a second time?"
If you're talking about the Dragonstone Scape, if you guess a second time and you were the winner, I'm going to count the second guess and then erase the first winner. So careful if you're second guessing.
Angelique. No. Actually, I did have a girl that looked exactly like me named Angel. And every time she got out of the pool swimming, my parents or her parents would come up to us and like congratulate us. And then we'd both look at them like, "You're not my mom." It happened way too often. But standing next to her, we'd look nothing alike. Oh. Oh my God. Hi. That's how I just wrote that. Oh my God. Hi. Welcome in, Stephen P.
I had something to talk about with Stephen P, and it's slipping my mind. Oh, Stephen, I'm going to send you some pictures.
You a rat 225 said, "Hey, what's up? I'm new to the channel. What state are you all located in? Thank you for joining us. We are in Florida." Tonight is a oddball night. We usually have a topic for the first hour. Tonight's just giveaways.
We kind of busy with the two shows that we got coming up, one after another. We've got Aquashella this weekend, and then we have Greg Sage the following weekend. And then once we drop Greg Sage off at the airport, we are going to Vegas for Super Zoo. So we really don't get a break here this week or next week or the following week. However, it will be jam-packed, full of good memories. Steven, those are the crypts that I have growing outside that, for all I know, they could be just bronze or brown Wendy. I can't even.
So someone
say it
has
now.
come very close, very close to figuring out the name. I'm absolutely shocked. But now don't you dare, because that's not the name. They did not guess it.
I was trying to see who. Jeez.
But I'm actually very shocked right now. Close.
I still don't even see who.
Metallic boas. What do you look for in F1 babies when crossing back with orange-eyed red devil parents? Best pattern? ? Also, how do you pick selective bred F2 and F3 generation?
For F1 babies, when you want to cross back to, all right. So for the rest of the people, he asked me earlier today for his orange-eyed red devil cross with python, and then so the F1s would be babies from that cross. Which ones of those to cross with the orange-eyed red devils? Honestly, it's going to be a totally new cross for me. I've never done it, so I don't know which ones of those to actually select. So what I would do is keep all of the females. I would call all the males, keep all of F1 females, and then I would cross those with an orange-eyed red devil male. So you could go with the best pattern, you can go with the ugliest one, but really use them all. You might as well take them all, and then from there on F3 or F2 anyways, F2 and F3, you would be like selecting all the ones that have the orange eyes. They must have the orange eyes for you to work on them from here on out. If you get any normal eyes, call those. But basically, from the orange eyes, you're selecting the closest, best pattern to Pinto, and then from Pinto go to Galaxy, and then from Galaxy to Boa. If you can get some of the big cheeky Boa spots and jump the gun on some of the generations, by all means do it. But you're still looking at a couple of generations if your goal was the orange eye pythons or orange-eyed boas.
You were right. So, guys, how do I enter the giveaway? When we have a live stream giveaway, you just do the hashtag, and then whatever we say, it will pop up in the comments to show you what hashtag to do. You can also ask everyone in chat. They should be able to, or you'll see a hashtag. It was TGOE earlier.
Let's do another one. Let's start another one.
All right.
We've got 3 to give
Same
away
hashtag,
tonight.
or do you want a different hashtag?
Different hashtag. Let's
right.
change it up. Hashtag Chicago. There's an A in there for sure, right? Okay.
So if I spelled it wrong, you're just going to have to go with what I put. Chicago. Chicago.
How will they know if you
wrong.
spelled it wrong?
It'll pop up in chat. Pops up in chat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, see, the host has created a giveaway using hashtag. Hopefully I spelled that right.
All right. So I knew it looked wrong at first. She added the A.
You just type it in chat and it automatically puts you in the drawing. Only do it once because it doesn't count it for 2 of them. And then Malcolm says, can I pre-order and pay in person at Aquashella?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I just need a know what exactly you want to bring, because we're bringing like some Galaxy Pintos, some red Calcios, some Blue Bolts, Yellow King Kong, Tangerine Tigers, Stardust Raccoons. I don't think we're bringing any other Caradinos. So like if you're wanting anything special on top of that,
Yeah,
I
there's
would
something
place
like-
a pre-order.
We don't bring Blue Dreams. We just bring Blue Diamonds, and then we're bringing some Blue Velvet. So if you want Blue Dream, that would be a whole different situation. Usually recommend Blue Diamonds. So Stephen P said, I didn't miss a name reveal, did I? No, we have not. We didn't have many people comment on the video. So no, I think people are just having some fun in the chat though. So, you know, but we have not had like many people. I looked through the list. I don't even think I had like one person love the name Matilda. Esther. That's a good one, but we know an Esther. Patricia. Patricia. I like that. We actually are. His best friend's grandma. Grandma is Patricia, which I didn't even realize the other day because we just call her Grandma. Her name's Patricia.
Name is?
Yeah, and I only knew because there's a pill bottle on the counter, and I'm like, we've known her for years, and I just call her Grandma. It's so funny. Carrie Dina. We've had a lot of people think that. I don't know why I don't like the name Carrie though. I don't know.
I don't even think I
I
know
think because it just sounds like carry, like a carry a weapon or a carry a bag, or I know a lot of. I mean, we know Carrie, but she's spelled Kerri or
that is
Keri. But I don't. I just sounds like you're carrying something. Her
I don't
name
know.
shall be Lalani.
When they're spelled differently with a
beautiful
K
name.
or a C, I feel like I emphasize on the K a little harder.
Benjamin, that's a pretty good choice. I think Lalani was one of our choices at one time when we were naming Layla. But I think we ruled that out pretty fast. Johnny said, received my shipment. All is well. No DOA. And thanks for the hookup.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're in the chats all the time. If I see a name that I recognize and I know, I definitely throw in a little bit extra. You guys are some of our biggest supporters, so thank you, Johnny.
Delilah. That's a pretty one. That's not a bad name. Kind of like the name Delilah.
It's not a winner though.
No?
No,
Okay.
It's gonna remind me of like falling asleep in the car ride home.
Hey there, Delilah.
No, not
It's
that. The
fucking-
Delilah, like the top 100 or whatever.
Oh,
like, late
yeah.
at night.
This is we have a radio host, Delilah. This is Delilah, and her voice is really pretty. That's not bad, though. And then you got Hey there, Delilah. But I feel like if we name our daughter Delilah, then she's destined to live in New York City, and we'll never see her again because we're not city folk. I already think Layla's going to leave us and go for the city. Nathan said Caroline. I like that. I would be more of a Coraline because I like that movie a lot. Only Oscars member for 16 months says hello. Well, hello to you, and thank you so much for being a member. And then Johnny Best gave us a $2 super chat. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Johnny.
I missed Richard. Richard did make a guess. It's coming up here soon. And it's really funny. Delaney. Like, I've never heard that name before. Like, I know I've heard it, but I don't know anyone named Delaney. Is there, like, a famous, like, pop star name or an actress named Delaney?
I don't know.
And it's not bad, but it's just... It's like, if I'm teaching her to drive, I'm going to be like, it's Delaney, not Delaney. I'm going to say stupid things like that, and she'll hate me forever. Tube Dog says, what country origin is the name? That I cannot give that away because then it will be too easy because it is smaller origin. So I'll give you that hint. Abstract said, did you ever try doing the water with baking soda to instant cure super glue on your scape yet? Yes, we did, and it worked out pretty well.
It worked okay.
Yeah, it clogs these spray bottles.
It's definitely faster than super glue drying on itself. But nothing is better than the activator spray, because when we've got an Aquascape contest coming up this weekend, you better believe I had Shelby order some activator from Amazon. Even though she's pregnant, I'm not. So she's going to be in a different location, and I'm going to be doing the super glue and spraying that stuff. And I'll be lightheaded when I'm done, but that rock is going to look good, okay? It's gonna stay there. It ain't going to float. And Shelby's not going to yell at me when the water's in it.
You're going to put wood in it?
I don't know. I haven't seen the material.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to ask me what... I was actually just going to go through my
I've only been tasked to painting the tank this time.
And planting.
And planting. So I get to do the pretty stuff.
All right. But I was thinking maybe you just go through my screenshots and you go, all right, I want this one crossed with this one.
Okay. That sounds good.
And I do the hardscape, and then you do the plant.
All right. I got the easy job this time. I get the less stress because I already have enough tank to scape this time. I was like, I don't really want to do the big one. I'll help you, but my legs are swelling. I'm not having a good time.
Side note, though, both Fluval Scape hardscapes are done. The Carib Sea hardscape is done. Tomorrow morning, we go to pick up...
I'm sorry.
Tomorrow morning, we go to pick up the largest plant order we've ever done from a nursery, because whatever doesn't sell in Chicago, the nursery is doing really well out back. Like, kind of to the point where Shelby can't find me sometimes, and I'm just out back replanting plants. So, all right.
Weird. Thank you, Eduardo, for letting me know where I could find Delaney in the show specifically. Okay. And then Frank asked, how are the 2 new tank setups doing?
All right. So the one that we added the shrimp into, the 60U, that one is doing awesome. I think we have 2, possibly 3 buried shrimp in that aquarium already. The Madagascar lace plant has been very angry with us going on vacation. I don't know why. It seems like every time we come back, all of the leaves have melted back down to the bulb. So
Twice.
I don't know what keeps going on with that, other than
a big one.
Like, we don't have the house lights on, so like maybe the light cycle's changing it. I don't know, but like Aponogeans do that thing every now and then where they just all the leaves melt back and they die off, and then they come back with vengeance. So I don't know. Maybe it's just doing one of those things right now, but it seems to just die off when we get home from vacation. It's all melted off. But the rest of the tank is doing great. The Eros kind of died off in its tissue culture form, but it's got all little spiky little tiny ones now growing in the middles. The Boost is actually growing bigger and larger than I thought it would. And we added some pink plants to the back. I can't remember the name of it, but
Sunset Rotala, isn't it?
No, it is not. Definitely not Rotala. I can pull it up, but I added 5 stems in the back, and it's now tall enough that it is peeking over the top of the hardscape, so you can see it from the front view and not just the sides. But hold on.
Eduardo's member for 22 months. Thank you so much. Says Delaney is my best guess. That is far off, but
it is some type of Laglydia inclinata.
Yeah.
It is that right there. It's nice. It doesn't come up well when you look at it like that, but
New Local Austin says Cruella. I actually really do like that name, but I could never be that mean to name my daughter that. I would not want her to ever have that. Hello, Jesse's One More Fish and SC Catahulas, Lake to Land. There's a lot of you I can say
Jesse.
hi to.
I'm sorry. You messaged me and we walked into the bowling alley and I totally forgot to go back and answer it because it was more of like a question that I needed to think out before I just gave you advice on how to do a setup. So I'm not sure if you already sent it and you did it or not, or if you're waiting on me, but I'm sorry. We were in Louisiana for Layla's birthday. So we decided to take her out with her friends for bowling on Saturday. Right? It's now Monday, so yeah. I'm sorry. I'm really bad
For
at
what?
going back. You just had a question about tearing down a tank and redoing it.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
but honestly, the reason why I didn't respond is because I think you know more about that than I do.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
You can take that outside. Okay?
I know, I'm so sorry. Johnny said April or June would be my best guess. So it's not a bad name. June is the month I'm born in, though, so I think that's the only reason I've never gone with June.
I know a horrible
Angelica.
April, so April is a no-go.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh. Angelica, you're a really cool dancer. I would never do it. I do love Rugrats for sure, so Angelica was one of my favorite names, but you have to be like, that's a bad name for a girl if she's got an attitude, because then people are just be like, your parents really named you wrong. Abstract says to this day, what shrimp or fish is is on your bucket list?
So right off the top, I quickly think about Wade and his Mandarin goby. It's a saltwater fish, I know, but it devours copepods. So I want to do like a nice macro reef, algae, macroalgae, and ton of scuds and pods throughout it, just for a little tiny Mandarin goby. What about you, Shelby?
Well, currently no fish, because I mean realistically, if we could have some of those snakeheads, those are some cool like different varieties from overseas. But as far as shrimp right now, I'm still really wanting my shrimp back.
What shrimp?
So my cardinal Sulawesi shrimp.
I could do with just about any Sulawesi shrimp or shrimp that we don't have is on the bucket list, honestly. So like I don't really like to do that one, but like another fish that I really want is a puffer, and I'm kind of like I want a focata or
Stephen
fuka.
P's
I can't remember
puffers
how
are so
exactly. I
cute.
think it's focata puffer. I think I had my mind set
like
on that one.
Focata, the Aquascaping.
That's why I want it,
that's
honestly. Right. I don't know if I'm
That's
saying that right. Stephen P, can I get a reference back on that?
Yeah, I just went, and someone made my tank that was supposed to be for my cardinals into a very lovely planted tank, which is absolutely stunning, and I can't get over. So like, no regrets there, but like a little salty.
But I did like Stephen P's puffers
pretty.
too.
You think Eloise is too old sounding? Sounds almost like elegant.
I don't know why I don't like it.
You're difficult.
I think it's too much like the girl
Low
2 doors down, and it's like short.
Oh,
that could be her name.
Yeah, that could actually. Yeah, I don't think her name's Ella. I don't know what her name is now.
Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Elise, whatever that name was.
Metallic Rose said thank you. Nice. Sorry, it's all the hashtags now. Back to you. I'm reading slow.
All right. So we have.
Thank you so much, Mimic Nature, for gifting 5 Garden of Eater memberships. If you are gifted a Garden of Eater membership, you can email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com, and you can get your 10% off discount code to our website and your free membership-only sticker with that.
So
thank you, Mimic.
He is also the next person on the list.
Oh, Genevieve.
I was kind of sad when I looked at it because Mimic Nature is actually getting out of the hobby. He's been one of our best students from 0 to, I don't remember exactly how many shrimp tanks he has, but I know the rack of shrimp tanks is 18 10-gallon tanks. So I'm not sure if he has more than that, but he's only been in it for like a year. And for him to have that many aquariums, he's surpassed his homework. He has more than just the shrimp, but he's chasing his dreams to hit the road, and he's going to do a little bit of YouTube. So of course we're going to support him in that venture, like he supported us. But he's going to give somebody else an incredible opportunity. He's got an entire stand, like I just mentioned, 18 10-gallon aquariums, and basically with it, you're going to get everything: the lights, the PVC airline, the Elita 40, the siphon, his brute trash can on wheels, his CJ pump, his RODI filter with an extra bag of DI resin, unopened bags of control soil, and then of course the shrimp. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some as I just glanced over everything to read it off. He also said he was sure he's forgetting something else, like extra salts and pretty much everything that somebody is going to want to get started. All they're going to have to be able to do is drive to Georgia to pick it up. So I'm not going to say exactly where in Georgia it is just yet, but if you're willing to drive inside Georgia, we have a deal for you. So this giveaway is going to be basically reach out to us, and just like the whole boy-girl thing, we're not going to make you guess on anything. We are just going to put your names into a hat. We haven't set an exact day that we're going to announce and pull this giveaway. He's not going to have to get out of there until February. We're going to try and see if we cannot go down and stop there either on the way back from Chicago or on the way up, or pick another date. But I think it would really be nice to kind of film his whole setup before he gets out of it and do a little send-off on the channel for him. But we'll also be able to include everything that the person's going to get on that giveaway. So, feel free to reach out to us to get your name into the hat before we really get started and cranking on it. But hopefully next Monday, if it doesn't put us out of the way too much and we don't waste too much time getting back to the kids, we'll do a nice little video of his place. And he also will help out, but you're going to need to be able to take everything with you. So that is the biggest part of that giveaway. So a little mixed feelings about it. I'm not going to be able to see him this weekend either, but yeah, Mimic's a great guy, giving somebody a great opportunity.
And Richard said Alicia. No, too many Alicias. Bougie Fish. That's a good name. I said, oh my goodness gracious. I don't even have the fan on for it to be doing that. Hey guys, can't wait for my pure white line shrimp to arrive tomorrow. Saw Shelby talk about them with keeping fish simple and had to get some. Yeah, we will ship those out tomorrow. I saw your order came in today. So.
Unless they're the ones we shipped out on Saturday.
Oh, we should. Oh, okay. Maybe we would.
We've been shipping out a lot of pure white lines lately.
Yeah. Thank you for ordering those. Yeah, they are stunning in a tank. They glow. They are so cool. Like, honestly, back in the day, I probably would have done like a whole tank of just like all those little mushrooms from like Petco that are like neon and like the little anemones, and then put a black light over the tank. No problem. Like, I thought that would have been so cool. Like, the blue lights come kind of close, but like nothing like a black light. Those things would just be like little darts. That'd be crazy. I don't have room to do that setup though. So if someone does that, send me a picture. Vibes Aquatic, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. I never get to see the stickers. Thank
Are you going to be at Aquashella this weekend? I don't think we got an answer last week when we asked this question.
I think you went to bed before you asked it.
Looking forward to it if you're going to be there.
One of the names that actually first person that knew before we announced it online was one of our friends, Ryan from Wild's Fish Tanks, and he was like, "You got to name the baby Nia." That was before he knew it was a girl too. Oh, only Oscar's Nia. That's funny. There is ebi too, is shrimp in Japanese. I believe.
See, I like that one. Shelby wasn't having it.
No, it sounds like a disease to me for some, like ebi. Like I don't know why it sounds like a disease. Genevieve said we used to have to listen to the radio station that played Delilah every night when I worked retail, so I've heard enough of her show. Yeah, my subway played Delilah, and it was like my favorite radio station though out of all the 3 stores, because the other one was like oldies, but not like good oldies. Like the one you would like turn off because you don't know any of them. They're not like good songs. And then the other one was like modern pop, but it was like This Girl Is on Fire like 500 times a night, and I about lost it. Like I wanted to light the place on fire at that point. That was the worst song.
Every time I hear Delilah, it goes, Delilah.
I like the name though. Olivia, that's a pretty name. I think I did mention that one, but I think that was a no-go. I think that's off the list. I definitely like more rare names that you don't see. Abstract says Nivea. I actually have a friend who we both had. I had lost contact. We were best friends. We have a twin birthday, everything. Stopped talking to her. I had a kid, then she had a kid, and she named her son Jaden right after I named my son Jaden. And then I had a girl, and I was a little nervous that she was going to name her daughter Layla, but she named her Nivea because she had found God. So she at least didn't copy on that. Orchid. That's a nice name. That's not bad. Do you like Orchid?
It's not bad.
It's okay. It kind of sounds old though, even though no one uses that name. I've been watching a lot of videos of people laughing about how like USA can name their kids anything, and like over in like France and something, like you try to name your kid something, they're like, no, pick again. So Orchid to me would be one of those names. Zin said, so it's an Amish name. No, there's so many Amish people. Like that is actually probably more populated than the area we're picking the name from. And you know, someone definitely said it, but like not really said it. That's funny.
Back to me.
Passing one said, now so we understand aquascaping is just an excuse for huffing. Why would you say? I'm just gonna get lightheaded.
It's gonna get me lightheaded, but
it's
it won't
very
affect
strong.
Shelby, is what I was trying to say.
Ever use the accelerator? It is so strong. I don't know what chemicals they use, but man.
And then one time, someone just threw it right in the box, no lid, crammed a bunch of stuff on top of it, and it was like a landmine went off.
Yeah.
When I opened it up.
I almost passed out.
And yeah, it kind of still smells in that container today.
That was when I did my first tank alone. And well, not alone. Grant had to work the booth. We were so busy. And he kept coming over to help me. But I was kind of like left to myself to the point where like I started crying because I started panicking because my wood float and everything. And then we opened the container like right after. And I'm just like, I have the worst luck ever. I really do, though. We go out to eat all the time, and I'm the one who always gets the wrong. Magdalene? That's a weird name. That is weird. Is that even a like actual name, or are you just making one up? Magdalene. Man, these are some crazy names getting thrown out here. Abstract, is there wild tokay geckos in your area yet?
So, when I used to do landscaping. There was a gecko that looked like a tokay gecko on one of the seawalls out in Hernando Beach, which stays relatively warmer, but I don't know if it's multiple, if they've colonized out there or anything like that. I do know of some exotic animals in like Newport Richey and further south, but not tokay geckos established in our area for say. And what I saw maybe necessarily wasn't exactly a tokay gecko, but like here in Florida, we only have not day geckos, house geckos, and like fence lizards and anoles and stuff like that. It definitely wasn't one of those three. So it was knobby.
Oh man. Genevieve says there was a boy at the school she worked at named Spartacus Santa McCoy. That is actually pretty cool. We already have the boy name, like it's already set in stone. There was another name, like because obviously I'm not naming the boy name, which maybe in the future when we have another kid, if it's a boy, you guys can go back to this. But Jethro is like on the list. It's just not used. We really like NCIS, and I love the name Jethro, and it sounds like a powerful name. But there was a mullet kids contest, and one of the kids' name was like something Jethro, and it was just so funny that he was like one of the top contenders.
And we have the
Rhea.
perfect name for a boy.
Yeah.
If we had twins, though, I think the second name would be Neo.
No, we had the name for the twins. So that was a good thing because we have like 4 names for the one name because it can make multiple names. So it was easy. But I don't want to say the name because like what if we have a boy next and someone gets that would be too easy.
I know, I'm not giving up nothing.
A couple people know the name of the boy we were definitely going to name. Hashtag Diamond? Absolutely not. We live in not the greatest town. She's gonna just graduate and go straight there, That is the worst name. Stephen P. The temperature sensitive jerk of a plant the lace leaf is. I really think it's the light, honestly, because we had some issues with our Bluetooth when we were gone, and I think one of the days it had solid no light at all, and like none of the lights around it were on. I don't think it was the temperature. Why do you keep looking up there? You're making me nervous.
Because there's a Madagascar lace up there too.
Oh.
And then it's kind of doing meh.
Yeah.
That one was from Seed though.
Hashtag for date with Grant. But I still didn't see if Vibes answered if he's coming or not. He would want a date with Vibes for sure.
Back to me. I keep saying that, and then you keep coming up with another name. So.
Yeah.
All right. So
Juanita is a big choice for us, apparently.
It's not too late for. I think it's something you said last week.
What?
I think somebody else said Juanita, and like it got a good reaction. You thought it was funny.
No, I was talking about the other. There was Pasquella.
Oh.
Pasquella. I love that name. I don't know why it reminds me. I think it's the cleaning lady from Family Guy. Isn't her name Pasquella? No. I
have no idea.
Continue.
But this weekend we have Aquashella in Chicago, and we are also in charge of running the American Shrimp Contest. It is not that late to go ahead and sign up. I would recommend shipping out tomorrow. So you can sign up tonight after you're done watching the live stream, enter in the contest, ship them out tomorrow, and then we'll get them into the contest for you when we start setting up the contest on Thursday. Basically, it's kind of a late setup for the contest to get a new website up and running. There isn't a lot of entries. I know I've said that before, but if you're a newbie and you're looking to get started onto the contest scene, I recommend this be the show that you jump into. There's some heavy hitters that are not going to be at this one, So I would say your chances are high of placing with this one. What is going on? I'm trying to talk about something serious
so
here.
hard about these names. By the way, the Family Guy, their name's Consuelo. And fun fact, Eduardo's grandmother's name is Consuelo. Like, what are the chances? I love that name, but it just doesn't fit us.
No.
Only Oscar says, a horrible June too. You are not horrible at all. Actually, if anything, I would be honored. And Spaghetti said, girl names are so hard to decide. I told my kids that angels whispered their names in my ear when they were 4. Not a bad idea. That's funny. No, let's see. Our daughter was pretty easy, I think. It did take us a little bit to get through some names, but it just seemed to fit really well with our family, as in the name we did choose to also fits in with the family. You would have to know our background, where we come from, the things we enjoy, the things that like we're the most passionate about and really like to understand the names. Jaden's is completely far off. Fun fact, Jaden, we were going to name him Marlon, and people talked us out of it, and I still regret it to this day. So the name we have chose, I don't think people are going to talk me out of it, but if someone comes up with a better name, there's a possibility we might just change it. So my parents made my doctor choose, though. They couldn't. My mom even told me the story the other night again, because she loves telling the story of the way I was born. But they told the name Shelby or Savannah when I was born, and the doctor just lifted me up and was like, it's a Shelby. And that's how they chose. So that's not a bad idea. I know which one our doctor would go with, though, before like even having a second name. I know he would pick the one that we have. Oh, I love how Gina chimed in when you said saltwater. I can't find it now, but it said saltwater question mark.
It's right there at the bottom.
Oh, there you go. It's screwed up. I scrolled up too far.
We have actually a water box aquarium that Shelby set up for Carib Sea saltwater scapes, and it's nice. The purple rock is nice, and I would like to do the macroalgae with the opaula in that tank. So now we just need to find somewhere nice to put the tank.
Yeah, I'll show you my favorite scape that I did with the marine rock, because I did marine scapes, which was totally unlike me, and I just enjoyed it. It was a box from Carib Sea, and you have a certain number, and they just wanted me to show how many different styles you can make with it. This was my favorite one.
I call it Punk Rock is Dead.
I enjoyed that one. It might not be great for like corals or certain like anemones, but I felt like it was cool enough for all the fish to swim through. I said it backwards just like you today. And Ginger said you can name her Diabla or Jezebel and keep the expectations low. Oh, one of the names that we did pick for the boy, I can't say it because it's too close. But when I Googled it in the Urban Dictionary, it said son of Satan. And I was like, what? Like, it's just like off the wall, like not even close. And I'm actually surprised it's not a name. It's not really used as a name, but I guess that might be why. Have you thought about naming the baby Oscar? A boy name. That's actually not a bad boy name.
No, it's a horrible boy name.
Why?
Their last name is Eater.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think about it, but I quickly was like, that's why we can't use that name.
That is also a really thing you got to think about is the last name Eater. So there was a lot of things we can't name our kid.
Like even
like
Orchid Eater. Like
that was not that bad.
Who eats orchids?
Well, no one. Yeah, let's not.
There's no more ghost orchids in the Everglades anymore. Well, look at Orchid Eater over there. Just nibbling on a flower and a stem. That's all that's left. Rhizome gone.
Stephen P has Tetradon. Why did you put the Latin name? AKA Congo puffers. Much easier.
Tetradon Sholothandinae.
Nope, that was terrible. At least you tried though. So Mike says, ask, on the Neo side, is it possible to get a black and orange really, or are they too far apart?
Nothing is impossible. It just hasn't been done yet. How to do it, how to go about it, I don't know. But I would say you could eventually see multicolored Neocaridina Rillies and stuff like that too.
Don't hassle the Hoff. Said, can't believe I made it to a live stream. Thanks for joining us. And then, Vibes, you still have not answered Grant's question. Maybe I'm still that far behind. I think I'm that far behind.
Maybe he's making a surprise.
Yeah.
It's just going to show up.
Zen says Adeline or Adelaide are good semi-old time sounding names. I do like Adeline, but I think there's a movie that I was watching, which is Blake Lively. I think she plays that part, which I love Blake Lively. So not a bad name. You don't like Adeline though, do you? It kind of sounds like Adeline. Like they're out of line. Yeah. Adeline, you're out of line. That sounds so close when you're Southern. Harriet the Spy for the cat. Not a bad idea. See, I feel like with animals, I think
it said for the kit.
For a new kitty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like with animals, taking your time naming them is better, because I really wish that Thea was not named Thea. I wish she was named Sandy, because
or Coral.
No, it was Sandy because she loves to dig out in the sand and get completely coated in it. And it went with our whole theme because we had Pearl and we had Shrimp, we had Coco, and the last one we named Thea, which has nothing to do with ocean or water. And I'm like, why did I not name her Sandy? It's just like, and it's all about her personality too. She's like a Sandy too. It's so funny.
And Coco after Cocoa Beach, because not everybody knows that.
Yeah. And well, I had Coco, which was after the song Kokomo. We were actually listening to Kokomo on the way home, and we're from the Keys, so it just fit in. The dog looked right at us when we said Kokomo after saying 500 names. I mean, every name we threw at this dog never looked, but said Kokomo, and it looked right at us.
Hashtag Chicago to get on the next gift card. We're about to pull that at the top of the hour.
Mobile shrimp tank on the dash. That would actually be pretty cool. We'd probably do like an Opalula tank on the dash. It'd probably get too hot. Honestly, I think it would get 160 degrees in the dash. You'd have to take it in and out of the car, especially here. Like it would just like fry. Come back in, it just smells like, oh, that would smell so bad. Hello, Lady Diane. Welcome in, James. And Jeff Kane, I don't think I said hi to you earlier. And Laura, Chevy Fish. I hope we seeing you this coming weekend, Chevy. Lady Diane. And Nona. I thought they were naming the name Nona.
And Chevy messaged me, so she will be there on Thursday to tear down. Asked which days. If anybody is wondering about, that's what I was trying to ask you earlier. What is the thing, the list for the baby? What's it called?
Oh, the registry.
The registry. We've had a couple people ask about the registry. You can email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com and we will send you that. But she was wondering when she can come up to the Chicago show to help out, especially since you're pregnant. So setup starts at 1:00 on Thursday, and then tear down starts at 4:00 on Sunday. Those are the times when we need help the most. You can sign up to volunteer on the actual website of AmericanShrimpContest.com, and you can pick your hours there, and then we'll hook you up with badges and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah, it's on the shrimp page, right?
Yeah. Or you can reach out to us, and we'll get you hooked up as well.
Yeah, we'll take care of you if that doesn't work out for you. And it gives me a break to walk around for a minute. My legs are swelling. Frank said, "Did you watch UFC this Saturday?"
Yes, I actually watched majority of the fights. After we were done with bowling, I was able to watch them more closely, but I didn't miss any of the fights. I was right about everybody except for the main event, and I kind of thought that if any of the fights were going to go the wrong way, that it was going to be that one. I think Muhammad Bilal just wanted it a little bit more and took it home. So, yeah, I haven't had a lot of time to watch most of the fights, but I made a point to watch it this weekend with Tom Aspinall and Paddy Pimblett on the card. Those were two of the must-see fights. So Shelby left me all misconfabulated over here. Miscombobulated. So, hey man, what substrate would you use to set up a Neocaridina shrimp aquarium? By far, my favorite substrates to use for Neocaridina is the Samurai soil. My photo is on their actual logo. But before I tell you why I like the Samurai soil, I can breed any Neocaridina on any inert substrate with the exact same results that you're going to get on the Samurai soil. The only reason why I like the Samurai soil is it's super clean. It looks like aqua soil. It is not so dark that you can't see Black Rose and Blue Dreams on, but it's dark enough that even the yellows and the greens and reds are going to show their best colors. So it's like a grayish. Shelby thinks it's a little brown, but like it just depends on the algae growing on it or whatever. But all around, it is my favorite Neocaridina shrimp substrate to use. But Eco Complete is great. Black Diamond Blasting Sand. If you're a big fan of white sands, then get Blue Diamonds. Those will still look great on white, but majority of the Neocaridinas will get washed out on the white substrates. So any black substrate is what I recommend.
Only Oscar says Mary Jane. I love that name. So Layla's middle name is Jane. Layla Jane. So nope.
But it's from Tarzan and Jane, not that.
Tarzan and Jane is one of my favorite movies growing up. Obviously, Tarzan here. He can climb a tree, trust me. Let's see, it says Arden is the name I liked when I was thinking about names for my daughter. Went with Bryn for daughter and Fox for our son. I like the name Fox. That's pretty cool. Morgan is my sister's name. Cherish Emily Dana. Not bad. Did not get a notification on the live. I didn't either. That's weird. I don't know what it is with YouTube notifications. Why sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't. I think you have to stay like super active on it because like I know like I'll watch Stephen P and Jenna P and I don't get the notifications, but if I watch them like 2 weeks in a row by chance, I'll get a notification the next week. So I don't know how they actually do that. Hashtag Raven. That's a cool name, but that's so Raven from our generation, and then
Raven Eater.
Ew. A bird? Oh no. Edda. I still can't pronounce that either.
I don't think we want an old name. Yeah. I just think Shelby said she
kind of
likes
them. But Grant does not.
They all sound like Gertrude.
Yes. Not bad. Crown Tail says, Grant, for the giveaway tank room setup, do winners have to pay for shipping? Is this only local? Only local for the tank room.
You have to go and pick it up. The tanks, it's a rack of 18 10-gallon aquariums, and he's giving away everything. So you'd pretty much either have to make multiple trips in a small compact car, or have like a truck with possibly even a trailer to pick up everything in one load. We have been able to Tetris that many aquariums from like Steven's house on the way home, but there was no rack involved. So it all depends on how you want to tear down the rack, how far away you are, on whether or not you should bring a trailer.
Don't Hassle the Hoff said, Grant, did you say you were working on the wider red Fancy Tiger line?
They're up here. Yeah. Shelby wants to claim them as hers.
They're mine.
You can back off.
I fed them, you know.
I will take other shrimp of yours, and you will be more upset. But yeah, those are something I've been working on. I haven't offered them up for sale yet. However, if you wanted some of the lower grade ones from that tank, lower, medium grade even, you can reach out to me.
I'm not going to read only Oscars, but you could read that one. That's funny. Stephen P. says, Gladys, Dolores, Agnes, Blanche, and Clementine. I do like Clementine, but that's also Clementine Eater. But Dolores, I feel like we know a Dolores.
Those names are so bad. You couldn't. Oh, no. I'm never mind.
Blanche is terrible. I think that one's just so... Because things like referred to as Blanche are just so boring. That one's awful. I do like Dolores. I don't know why. And Clementine, but not because of his last name. It ruins a lot of things, honestly. What Nano said, I used to work with a girl named Princess Mom Premier. Girls can get away with any name. Boys have a harder time with that. I've seen some crazy boy names, though. You have to see the mullet contest because their names are ridiculous, honestly. Like, one of them was
Booger.
Yeah. And then there was like Racer. Literally, like Racer is his name. And they're like, he looks like he's been at the Daytona 500 every year drinking beer, and he was only 12. Okay. he got like a long mullet. Oh man, it was ridiculous. So Cal Shrimp said, Grant and Shelby, thanks for reaching back to me today on Insta about setting up my room and recommending the Elita 40. Thank you guys. That was all, Grant.
I just want to say,
He's so good.
well, that's Shelby for letting me know that there was a message on Instagram.
It was that. Oh, was it one of the requests that was there forever?
I just need to say, if you guys message us on Instagram, the Instagram exists, but it's not the best at notifications, and I don't normally see them, nor do I check it out. And like, it's a rare occasion when somebody messages me on Instagram. We get maybe one a month. Where Facebook, it's like all day, every hour, or emails. But yeah, Instagram is like one of those markets that I just really, or not markets, but social media platforms that I just haven't really found myself having a lot of traffic on. So if you want an answered right away, message us on Facebook or email.
Lady Diane, did Anna and Emily, I was boring, I suppose. Did you comment? As I didn't read them yet. I just didn't see many when I was like scrolling through. I didn't actually read them.
I might have scrolled over a lot too while she was here. While she was not here.
Anna and Emily. Not bad. I did have Emily as a choice growing up in like middle school. And everyone thought when I had Layla that I was going to name her Emily because it was such a big name. But the reason I didn't go with it because the way I wanted to spell it was Immalee. Like, that's rude as could be. And so stupid of me growing up thinking I'm so unique. I'm going to name this baby Emily and spell it so crazy. You know how terrible their life would be to always have to correct someone on how to spell their name? It's terrible. Oh, I just missed Jenna's name. This better be strong with that name. Jeff Kane, member for 26 months. Thank you so much. Says Shelby, it's okay if you name her after me. It'll be fine. Jeffa. Trying to think. Oh, okay, that name. Okay, I was wondering. That's funny. So Vibes is still there. We're watching us. Are you coming to Chicago? Grace. I like that name. That's pretty.
Okay. That was bothering me. I just had to get it out of your hair tonight. So we've got some funny money left over from the Baton Rouge show, the Federation of Texas Aquarium Societies. My face is on it. It's $100. I'm going to hide this somewhere within Aquashella this weekend. I will take a little short video of it, and whoever finds it will be able to spend this $100 either at Aquashella or on the website. So if you find this, you're gonna have to show it to me. You can't just go print some fake funny money. I'm going to write something on the back, so I will know it is legit the one that I hid at Aquashella. But I plan on doing this for shows like the Keystone Clash, Aquashella Daytona, and you never know, one of your orders could also have a funny money somewhere inside the box. So you might want to make sure that you check all of the spaces in your orders, because you never know when this is going to show up. Because they gave me a bunch of these, and I plan on having fun with them until like one day, like we have a new baby, and it's their first time playing Monopoly, and I swap all the hundreds for these until they realize that it's my face on the $100 bill. I think that'll be funny.
Zin said Amanda is a pretty good name. Too many friends close to us named Amanda. That was actually really popular in our area. And Coro says, honestly, how are you guys not naming her Calcia? It's not a bad name. I just think that it's a hard name to spell and to like.
And then you're gonna have half the people go, "You mean calico?"
Yeah, like they're just gonna think, "Is that calico cat?"
I get so many like just random people that comment when I post a picture of the Calcio, and they're like, "I think you spelled calico wrong," and I'm like, "No, calico is a cat. Calcio is a flower that this shrimp is named after." And every time I get sorry.
Lady Diane, Wendy. Unfortunately, that one's a really bad name because of his last name. Just sounds like fart eater, Wendy Eater.
I heard Wendy, like Wendy's, and I'm like, I do eat a lot of Frosties.
Juliana Marie, Maria, Jenna. That's a lot of names here.
Rummy Nose.
Yeah. Oh, those are your kids' names. Rummy. What did you just say? Oh, hashtag Rummy Nose. Runny Nose. So not Rummy Nose. Oh. Don't forget hashtag Chicago. We'll be pulling that in a minute.
Didn't I say at the top of the hour? It is late.
13 minutes. Okay. Hashtag Chicago to get in for your last chance.
All right. Well, you do that. I'm going to see if there's anybody.
Another $25 gift card, just so you know.
Who's got the answer right for the Dragonstone.
There's people commenting right now.
Somebody got close.
Yeah.
But it's still not good enough.
All right. 68 entries. Am I sharing screen? There we go. Refresh one more time. I am so sorry about this cough.
Kanister 315.
Kitster. I'm sorry, couldn't pronounce it at first. Make sure you comment down below. You got to be present to win these ones.
Congratulations. I thought you were going to say something sooner, and then there's so much awkward silence. I was like,
I'm sorry.
I'm about to jump out there.
I was trying to say something, but it wasn't coming out. I'm here. Make sure to email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com so I can send you your code for your $25 gift certificate to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. Thank you so much for joining us, too.
And we'll do that. We'll do our best to get that sent out to you tomorrow. But just a reminder to everybody, if you place an order through the website this week, we will not be able to get that out to you until Tuesday next week since we are traveling to Chicago. You want to do another one?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
I don't know. I thought you were doing one.
No, I didn't have another one on the list, but you want to do one, so let's do one.
I don't know.
Just pick a hashtag, Shelby.
No.
Hashtag I don't know. I
okay?
okay. I
I
am
do
not
okay.
okay. All right.
That was a good solid choice there.
Hashtag I don't know. We'll do another $25 gift card. But let's finish off the Dragonstone. You got something else for me?
I'm not gonna read that out loud. But you're just asking if you need a specific buddy at Aquashella. Abstract, you're hilarious. Oh, so we'll meet you at Aquashella. That'd be cool. I'm just now getting to Family Guy. I am so slow. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we are 26 minutes behind schedule. Stop reading off every baby name. We got to skip them. Baby names were supposed to be for another video.
Someone did guess the origin, but I can't say it because it narrows it down way too easy for you. I can't do that. Paisley. Sorry. We're gonna have to. Fives Aquatics, thank you for the $4.99 super test. Did Shelby just say I can have a date with Grant? Let's do this. I've got sad news. I won't be able to attend to make it to Chicago. Love you. Aww.
Well,
we'll miss you.
I need somebody to take me to this little diner outside the Keystone Clash vibes.
Thank you.
Is that
funny.
okay?
Yeah, that's okay. There is that windmill diner. It's really good. And he did tell me he will bring me back a pie. I'm craving sweets. Who knows after the baby's out of me whether I'll be craving sweets anymore.
I need somebody to bring me a hunk of dry ice, though, so we can put a frozen pie in a cooler with Ryan to drive back to Florida.
Fine. We've already took a pie back. It was fine.
Because I left straight from the diner to home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan's definitely going to stop at some pond, and the truck is going to get warm.
That's fine. It'll just heat it up a little bit. Like a blueberry pie or something.
That should be fresh.
Abstract says, name the baby 3. So, fun fact, one name that Grant won't let me go with was Octavia, and he doesn't think it's right because it's not baby number 8. But I'm never gonna have baby number 8.
You don't know.
So.
The next batch could be quadtuplets. Not quadtuplets.
I don't think I'm even capable.
Is it quintuplets for 5? Is that how you say 5, baby?
5? 5 is quadtuplets.
No, quadtuplets is 4. Quintuplets is 5.
Quintuplets.
And then the 5th one, if it's a boy, you just shove it back in and be like, the girl's got to come out last. Or oh no, I did that backwards. If it was a girl coming out second class, you'd be like, nope, you gotta be last, so you're Octavia, right? Is that how that works?
You had it right. Okay. So it's twins, triplets, quadruplets, sextuplets.
Nobody wants those.
Septuplets is 7 babies, which even sounds even worse.
I'll
take that. To the
I'll take that over the previous
one.
one.
Septus. Oh my gosh.
I'll still take that.
Oh man.
But quintuplets, I think that's optimal. What size tank do you need for quintuplets?
You're crazy.
I know how many you need for one.
Escape look like a pretzel. Oh, that's funny, Nano. That is true. It does kind of look like a pretzel too.
Now I'm
hungry. Gina said, "Ooh, that is awesome. Would be awesome for zoas, green star polyps, or encrusting corals." See, that's what I got to do. Is when I make the tank, then you'll just have to go through and circle and tell me where things would be good. Because I know that in a saltwater tank that you want to place them where they would do best, just like you would plants in an aquascape. Because I know some of them like more of the light and flow and things like that. So like you are the go-to person whenever we finally pull that plug. I know we're gonna have to, but it's just like we don't really have anywhere. There's an anime called Rose of Versailles, and the main character girl name is Oscar. Yeah, Oscar Eater's terrible. Monster Eater. Oh, look at that. Chevy Myra. Myra was on the list for me, or Lyra, and Grant doesn't like that one. There was a couple of them that it was a no-go that I liked a lot, and Myra is one of them because of that movie. I already forgot. The Golden Compass. I love that movie. Jolene. So definitely not. I wouldn't stop singing. That's honestly would be annoying. Like Whittia. I'm gonna have to read back through these.
Back to me.
Yes.
All right. So now the results for the Dragonstone Scape. All right. We did a little Aquascape for Carib Sea. All right. And we used 3 boxes that had 25 pounds in each box. But we didn't use all 25 pounds out of each box. When we were all said and done, there was still 21 pounds of rock left over from that. And then we also used 5 pounds of rock left over from our other batches from Carib Sea, because we've been getting Dragonstone from Carib Sea for a while, and Shelby just needed a couple extra of those really good, nice detail pieces, and she used 5 pounds of that, giving us a total of 59 pounds. The closest guess was 60 pounds. So congratulations, Richard Grimm. Is that SR Senior? 7332. I can't believe there's been that many of you guys.
Stop.
All right. So congratulations, Richard. You need to email us with your address so I can send you a box of Dragonstone. For scale, that tank was what? 17 gallons? What did we ended up getting a total?
What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
The tank.
Oh, how much did it weigh?
No, how many gallons was the aquarium? Because the water box tank is the exact same size.
They're 30 gallons, like a 29-gallon tank.
I didn't think so. I didn't think they were that big.
I know.
All right. Well, it's like a 20 to 30 gallon aquarium. So, I thought it was only like 19.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
We'll have to figure that out later.
fumbled that bag. Yeah, that gives that one off. But I think it would be interesting to do tanks like that in the future. We'll have to get different size aquariums and stuff like that. And I always get this question: how many gallons or how many pounds of Dragonstone do you think that's in that aquarium when we do the big scapes? So that being like 20 to 30 gallons gives me a little bit better picture of what the last scape that I did in Dallas actually was. Probably like 250 pounds. What?
I just realized. Sorry. So Laura said, try to do unique names with my kids. Small school ended up with others the same name. That's what I thought with Jaden for a little bit, that it was going to be unique. It's like the most used name of our generation. I think he had like 4 kids in the same class that were named Jaden, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Like, I literally should have known when I went to go get the binky that there was a girl that tatted the name on, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be bad. But the funny part was Coro said those are the names of the characters from Golden Girls. That's why everything sounded so familiar. Blanche, Dolores. That's so funny. That sounds like the. That's funny because I watched the Golden Girls all the time growing up too. Grant probably did too, and he just doesn't want to say.
I have not.
Misty was also a choice on the list. We also like Pokemon, so and Mira was one for me, but not for Grant. Sienna, no, she's from Milan.
Sienna was the room, the name of the room in the hotel for the last expo.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's funny. That was a terrible expo. So, welcome in, Eric. And then there was someone else that came in. I forgot to say hi to. Oh, Skipper. Dolores isn't in. Sorry. Back to you if you have anything.
I don't have anything else on the list, so if you just want to crank through chat and try to get caught up, we're
so
still
names.
like 18 minutes behind chat. So
Are we really?
yeah, and we really don't have a whole lot going on except for Aquashella. Tomorrow we go to the nursery. I might grab some more moss here tonight to try and make tomorrow a little bit easier, but probably not. You know what? I'm gonna make a habit, and I'm gonna get all the flame moss ready for tomorrow.
Bougie Fish says reminds me of our tragedy because there's a whole page dedicated to misspelled names.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that probably would have been on there.
But we got the whole dry good bin done. We do need to get the scape tools a little bit better organized and ready to go, right? Or is that done?
Yeah, that's done. The bucket's upside down. No, we have to get hammers. I have one hammer.
Time, baby.
Need 2 more.
So yeah, we're gonna need to do that. I'm not sure if Scotty is in chat tonight and watching or not, but
Those are her girls' names. I'm an idiot.
I've got a really good idea for my Aquascape demonstration because I've seen quite a few Aquascape demonstrations, and I think the most disappointing talks that I've ever seen have been some of the Aquascape demonstrations. Mainly because like you want to learn something from a demonstration, right? And I've watched quite a few where I didn't learn anything. Like even some of the beginning talks from Dane, I've learned a little bit here and there, and I've set up quite a few terrariums and paludariums and stuff like that. So if I do an entire demonstration and nobody learns anything, I feel like I've failed.
Failure.
And a talk on why I like to aquascape and why I want to put this rock here is so boring, and I don't want to leave a mark in the hobby of a boring aquascape demonstration. Again, I'm sure the last one I did was boring. I've done a couple of them where I'm basically just scaping a tank and talking about it, which I can probably still scape a tank. Does the breath smell bad?
I think he ate a frog. I think he's the one who inherited the frog eating. Oh my goodness gracious. It's been raining and frogs are probably out there.
Maybe he just drank some pond water full of tadpoles.
Oh, that's probably exactly what he
What
did.
if he ate all the eggs? Just slurped them off the surface.
Oh, gross. There's probably people that eat that. Mm-mm.
What was I talking about?
I don't know. I'm so distracted by your dog. Christy said, how many kids do you want?
I feel like I was going on about something.
Probably important. Oh, your aquascaping talk.
Oh, yeah, the aquascape
that
demonstration.
Was terrible, apparently.
No. Well, I'm just saying, I've got a good idea, and I think I destroy more hardscape and build more hardscape than a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I do it more than any others.
Almost.
But I would say that's my strongest part of aquascaping, and I've got quite a few different methods on how to put materials back together, how to make sure that wood sinks and doesn't become a problem, and why we don't use certain woods and stuff like that because of the tannin issues. So I think that's what my demonstration is going to be about.
Well, don't tell everybody.
Why?
These
You
are all the
don't want
people that are going to be
You
watching.
want to go and watch a boring aquascape, or do you want to come learn how I put rocks together?
I mean, usually when you're
That's
talking,
what people
it's
want to
pretty
know.
boring. Chris said, "How many kids?" Do you have?"
No walking out.
He's done with me. So we definitely are only planning on one more, hopefully. The only reason we're going with more kids is because this kid will be 10 years apart from our youngest. And usually when you have kids that far apart, they don't have anything in common with the older kids. So we want another child because we don't want the last one to be an only child. Growing up together definitely helps kids out a lot. I think that our son and daughter did really well growing up together and having someone to always play with and do something with, that they weren't constantly needing something, you know, especially when we're a little bit busy, constantly working with both parents, work in the home. And I've always wanted a bigger family. The only issue is if we don't get another boy after we have this girl, I think Grant wants to have more. But hopefully I could talk him into not. 4 seems reasonable to me. After that, I kind of get like a little scared when I see big families walk into the place. I don't know if anyone else does that, but it like takes your breath away for a minute because you're like, how do you do that? You have so many kids. There's like families of 6 kids, and then they have 2 adults. It's 8 people. And I mean, like, that feels like a hibachi table. And we were watching that the other day. We were just like, I'm like, that looks crazy to me. Like, that's one family. That's not like a, you know, cousins, or that was one family. It was crazy. Vibes, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. You did not have to add that in to appease me. Said, I thought I answered earlier on a super chat. You did. I did not get to it because I am very slow tonight. People have some interesting names for sure.
Seems like we should have just done a members only name stream.
Probably could have gone for hours just getting names out there. That would be funny. What's the new hashtag is IDK. Sorry, we're in the congratulations. I might skip some stuff here. So I'm just going to kind of catch up here. If I miss your question or anything important,
Yeah, resend it now.
let me know. Quintuplets. Brenda's my mother's name. Not a good idea for Johnny. We were actually going to name whenever we get goats, because I really, really love goats. They are just like one of my favorite farm animals in the world. I want to get fainting goats, and one of them is going to be Brenda because of my mom.
She call it B2.
Because when she's here, Grant absolutely loves to scare her. But like literally all Grant has to do is walk from one room to the other, and my mom like is like terrified. So it's hilarious. So I thought naming a fainting goat after her and scaring her then once in a while would be perfect. My mom would get a kick out of that. And only Oscar says, I was worried about adding rocks to my 300 gallon. I'll get more now. You know what's funny is that make sure you have a flat surface under your tanks for some of these rocks that are that much weight. This one was not set up with water, so the only issue with rocks sometimes is I have cracked a very nice Denierly shrimp tank, and that was with what was it? It's like slate rock, but it wasn't.
It was with the petrified wood.
The petrified wood, and it was really beautiful. It's like one of our first Instagram posts, I think, or like real close to the beginning, and it was so much sand and weight pushing towards the sides that it cracked the side of the tank. I was so upset. Did not think that was going to happen. Hagen Hill Design. Yes, we do know it's a girl. It is. That's a blood test and ultrasounds. 2 of them so far, and I'm going to get back a 3rd one to make sure it is a baby girl. Killer Kitty said, I feel like Shelby came up with a lot of names and Grant just shot them down. Kind of like trying to pick a restaurant. Yeah, I have a lot of unique names that aren't too liked, but like I liked Loretta. That is actually my grandmother's name, and I thought it would be a good middle name, but it's just not used as much, and it is that older time name, so I understand. Merida. That's not bad. Can you get horsetail rush? I would love some for scape. A swampscape, I'm missing. Horsetail. I think that's the the stuff that we can't have here.
I can look it up the next time I check out the nursery, but it won't be until like the Keystone Clash, so I'll need a reminder.
It's just like a bog plant. That's so cool. I don't think we can get that, but we'll look. We'll look for it.
I believe I've seen it on the list. You're the only person that's ever mentioned it to us or talked about it in the hobby so far.
Yeah. That one's not popular. What was the other one we have out there that people have asked for?
The black
the
taro.
cypress?
Oh no, the papyrus.
Papyrus. Neo could be a cute girl's name. See, I feel like it's more of a boy's name.
It is because of the Matrix.
And then, isn't there a rapper named Neo?
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a rapper. I think he's like art.
Alishon said, just make it interesting enough to keep me. That is your goal this year. If anyone gets Alishon sleeping during Grant's talk, they have to send it to me. I feel like that should be like a giveaway. If they can get a picture and send it to me, because it would make me laugh so hard. Oh man.
Alishon just
so that's not fair. He can't go to the shrimp talk because that's not changed much.
just sit front row and I'm breaking rocks, and then you'll be dodging.
Nia Caradina. That's a fancy name.
Did Stephen P ever answer me on the Ficata puffers?
Maybe I skipped over it if I did. Johnny said, you're the only one I've seen with that rare red moss. Is it soft or hard water moss?
So we have it in soft water, and it's been growing for, I don't know, like 8 years in that aquarium. We've got it growing in a couple other tanks. We've only ever tried it in soft water, though. I've never really given it a shot in harder water.
Abstract said, what tools or gizmos do you recommend for aquascaping?
So, for sure, a bucket. You gotta have a bucket. You gotta have a long set of tin snips, or the basically a long pair of tweezers, a long pair of scissors. I like a little rake or something to smooth out the substrate, but you can use like a credit card or something like that, a business card to do that same thing. Spray bottle, super glue. The accelerator for the super glue is a must. And then you can use a variety of different things like cotton balls, tissue paper, or cigarette filters. Lately, I've been using broken pieces of fluval matrix media. Maybe it's not matrix, but the fluval media.
Yeah, it's matrix.
And I think matrix is actually from Seachem. But basically any kind of broken rock that has a lot of porous holes in it, like lava rock or anything like that, will work too.
Biomax.
And yeah, the Biomax.
Matrix is the secret. Right?
And it just fill it into the little crack or little gap in between the rock pieces and super glue it on, and the super glue seeps through the bits of the media, and it adheres and becomes like cement pretty much to the rocks or the wood or whatever you're using into. And then hammers, a sawzall, and a little pair of clippers. And I think that's all we really have. You can get fancy and get a little hot plate with a little pan and use some thermoplastics. But we haven't used those for a while. Depending on the type of rock you're using, it's a little bit difficult to get them to stick when the rocks are wet or too flat. So
too chalky.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Dragonstone gives me an issue because like it'll stick to the dirt more than the rocks itself.
It's really good for wood though.
Yes, for sure. We used to make mushroom bottoms to them and then have the sand fill in so it kept it down like an anchor.
Yeah.
Eric said twins are a blessing, and always having a playmate during lockdown, we were still able to work on sharing and boundaries. Yeah. It's the best thing about kids together. They seem to work really well. It's easy to teach one when you're teaching the other too.
I also see some single only child of our friends, and they're madmen, and it's kind of like, hey, you throw two in the mix. Look how easy they are. But when my kids aren't in the picture, it's like, wow, you really got your hands full with this one, huh?
Some of them, for sure. I've seen some only kids that are really calm and really don't do much to keep to themselves, but you have to have that personality to do that, which most kids have like so much energy. So them having someone else to play with, it's really nice. Frank says, family I know, 5 boys, all about 6'5". We had one of his uncles dated this woman that had kids that were that freakishly tall. And I mean, they were like 6'2" already, and like the kid wasn't even like in high school, or he was just getting in high school, and then the other ones were just going out into high school, and they were taller than me. I'm like, and I'm a tall person.
The only reason why I can even play golf and drive the ball so far is because on the golf team there was these 3 brothers, and the shortest one was 6'7". So every time we went to the driving range, every single practice was a long shot tournament, challenge. And you didn't want to look like a wuss by not hitting it far. So, yeah, the only reason why I can pipe it 300 yards down is because I was trying to compete against Clifford, who was 6'7".
He was on the golf team? What? Cora said it made sense back in the day having more kids when it meant more free labor on the farm. There's actually like some TikTokers that are like that. Very controversial right now, Ballerina Farm. But she's got like 8 children and they live on the farm and the kids all help out. So it's like these days you can have that still work with like a way without it being like labor, like children can help out. They learn discipline, they learn how hard work and things like that. But
see, for our kids, they get a choice. If they want, like Jaden wants extra money to go buy this or get this and stuff like that. Well, if you want that, you got to help out around the house. Otherwise, you can just have the bare necessities.
We're not waking them up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go get all the chickens taken care of.
Yeah.
But you never know when they're older. It's funny. There's still people that do that. It makes sense. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people teach them. You got to think some of that generation is really good and know how to take care of themselves and had a really good, successful life when they grew up on a farm. Like my grandmother grew up on a farm and she did really well for herself. So it's, how you handle it too.
But like Layla wants a purse. She helps me out and bags up all the plants before a show. After the show, I go and buy her a purse.
Abstract says, so do you need a buddy, Grant? I'll bring a pocket full of ice cream. Better be some dry ice in that pocket. Oh, man. I still can't get over. I just saw a picture the other day when I think I was on your Facebook trying to find a picture of Nano when he brought you ice cream at the meeting. And I was just like, this is so great. My hand is sweating. Guy says, have you all sent out any membership stickers lately? I'm sure I've been super busy. Just curious, need to resend email.
No, I've seen your email since you've sent your email. I don't think we've gotten to it. There's been an awful lot going on But when we get back from Chicago, hopefully we can get caught up on that.
Yeah.
But feel free to send a little reminder email, though. It's not going to bother us.
Johnny said, don't want to cut throats, but any next giveaway, can it only just be for your fans' memberships just once? That's not a bad idea. We should do that.
I don't know how to, like...
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I can make a list and put them all in. So, of active members. So we could definitely do that. We could make it a members-only stream so that you have to be a member to be watching it, and then we can do the giveaway. So yeah, we would probably do that one of these times.
Or you can just put all the members into a list, and then the next big giveaway we do one for members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hagen said it's cute, like a girl named Charlie. Charlie just reminds me of that viral video from a long time ago. It's the kid puts his finger in his little brother's mouth and goes, "Ow, Charlie, that hurt." So Charlie's off the table, but that was one of our, we would constantly reference that video all the time. How could anyone sleep during Grant's talk? Really?
There's people like Alishon and Chuck Davis.
Jenna P says, can Alishon just walk into the talk with a pillow and blanket? That would make it so funny. I would hate to miss that though. Like I want someone to record that. That would be the best for me. I think it's so much. Stephen P says, I don't know much about other puffers.
See how it is?
Marlena, since you can't do your Marlin. That's funny.
Marlin has been ranked down. It's no longer a name.
Yeah, no, that one's off the table too. Well, it's not off the table. I mean, if we happen to have twins, no, because we have two. Yeah, we definitely have 4 good names. So
but it's funny when you tell Jaden his name is almost Marlin. He's like, "Oh, thank God it wasn't Marlin."
But then I showed him a Marlin, and he was like, "That's cool. Okay, yeah." As soon as I showed him what a Marlin was, he then understood. Because I was like, do you even know what it is? Like, it's a cool fish. Like, it's not like a lame fish. It's not like I'm naming you tuna or something. Fun fact, our kid did try scallops and mussels. I got it right this time. I kept saying oysters so many times for the first time. So it's nice because we don't eat fish or seafood related stuff. So, yeah, my husband is the youngest, much younger than his sibling. He is like an only child. Yeah, got to think about it. When the kid actually starts to go to school, like our kids will almost be done with school. So like, there's just no like they might even, when my mom and her family grew up, there's 7 of them. A lot of them were out of the house getting married while my mom was still in school. So like, it's a big difference in age. So they would feel like an only child and like feel left out all the time because they're not able to do things. So if you have another one, then they're both in the same boat of not able to do things, you know. I already know my brother and me are 6 years apart, and he would go to concerts and I couldn't go to concerts because the ones he were going to were definitely like mosh pit ones and like not safe for me. And my parents were like, no, absolutely not. And I would go to my room and cry. Stephen P said, I wasn't an only child, but I'm highly damaged. I'm an only child and married an only child, but I was not calm. Yeah, that's you don't see it very often. Grant's an only child, you can tell. Guy asked, do you still golf, Grant?
When I have time, I've got my golfing buddies kind of upset right now because I haven't had time to go in a while. And I even told them like 2 weeks ago that I've got 3 weeks where I absolutely can't play. And he still asks me every time he gets a free shot. And he's asking me today. But There's just no shot in me making it out.
Hello, Whip. Welcome in.
I can still drive it
What's-
over 300 yards, though.
So, what's the top suggestions you heard tonight? Did we write any of them down? I felt like you wrote one down.
I didn't write any down.
I don't think it's come close enough to the name we like.
Nothing really rung a bell. Carrie Dita was the best.
You gotta stop with that, Caradina. Oh man, we are more ocean centered, water centered baby names, or more on the hippie side. I guess Layla would be more like a hippie.
Are y'all caught up?
No.
Oh.
I'm almost 3 minutes. It's not that much. There was one that caught my eye. I already forgot it though. Marlin is Nemo's dad. I didn't even think about it. I forgot about that. Mom is off the table.
Mom was never on the
that
table.
was so funny. Johnny Best, thank you so much for your $2 super chat.
Appreciate that, Johnny. Thank you.
Laura's youngest sister, 7 years old currently? Or 7 years apart from you? Hashtag Scarlet. No, one of our friends is named Scarlet.
It's my cousin's name.
Oh, I know your cousin's name. Amanda's daughter, Scarlet. Scarlet Ann. But her last name's Duncan, so her initials spell sad. I was like, really? She is sad a lot, too. I love her. She's
She's
so
a wild
cute.
child.
Yeah, she is. She's an only child.
That's
Both
one
of the
them.
only childs are wild childs that we definitely know. My brother's 8 years older. He's like a third parent to my sister and I. Yep. That's pretty much what Jaden and Layla are going to end up being. Someone guessed our boy name already. That's crazy. That's funny. Ariel. Well, not a bad name. Mariana. I actually had a friend. What was Mary? Oh my gosh. I think it is Mariana, but it's spelled different than that. So it's like the Mariana Trench. Mariana Trench. No, we can't even say that right. Eric says, but then you'll have people asking about her trench. If you name her Mariana, that's too good. See, Eric, you're bringing in the reasoning. These are the things we come up with a lot of names, and we're like, oh, that's awful. I have a Lakeland. See, Lakeland's not bad. That's actually pretty unique. I don't think anyone's actually named. I really like the name River, but we have someone that works at like the
I thought you
Petco
said
here.
Lakeland, not Lakeland.
Lakeland.
No,
It's pretty.
I hear Lakeland when you say it.
Yeah, there is Lakeland, Florida, so that's too close. That would be terrible. Like, what are the chances we move to Lakeland too? That would be terrible. But
Richard, I thought you were going to say my brothers and sisters are 10, 12, and 14 years old. I was like, what? But older than you. Okay, I can see it.
So said that he got taught all the bad stuff early. That reminds me of I've been watching it again, but Malcolm in the Middle. I was telling Grant about how I grew up wanting to have several kids, and is specifically watching Malcolm in the Middle that like I wanted to have all boys too, because my grandmother had 4 boys, and I was like, oh. And when you think of it, the oldest always does get all of the other ones in trouble. He is like he's like taught them all the wrong ways, and they're hilarious. Biofilm. Oh. I grew up on a lake named Lakeland. That's funny. Biofilming. Cladophora. Cladophora. My oldest daughters are 20 plus years older than their little brothers. That's crazy. Well, I am 20 plus years older than my sister. No. I'm 20. I think I'm 20 years older than her.
Mm-hmm.
20. I had Jaden at. I'm like 18 years older than her. 19. Almost 20 years older than her. That's crazy when I think about it. Serafina? McClellan. Serafina. Not bad. It's a little too unique for me. Daisy, fun fact, that one was going to be a middle name. I like the Daisy. It just doesn't go with the name that we chose. Nessie. That sounds like messy too.
Are we all caught up then?
Yes.
All right, let's do the
Oh, we still have a Caroline.
yeah, hashtag I don't know. Last chance to get on that.
Gardenia eater. I do love gardenias though. Welcome Marine Corp reptiles.
All right, let's try it.
Oh, glace is a French word for ice cream. Was Jay's suggestion for a baby's name. Glace.
Just doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound feminine enough for me.
Right. Hashtag I don't
entries. Let me just make sure no one else. There we go.
Oh, Johnny Best just did it. Let's go.
You're probably already in there.
Crowntail Half Moon.
Crowntail.
Congratulations, Crowntail. Are you here though?
Yep, make sure you comment down below. Jasmine, not a bad name. I did have someone named Jasmine. Lacey. I can't imagine starting over again after raising 4. I couldn't either.
Yeah, four and starting over.
That'd be crazy. Woohoo! Crowntail is here. Make sure you email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com for that. Oh, I didn't realize we're almost at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah,
There's so many names. Betty.
We're all caught up in chat.
Betty. Sorry. That one's. Even though it's supposed to be Benny, right? I've always thought that said Betty and the Jets, not Benny and the Jets, for the longest time.
Oh, I also got some new fish this week. I got some tiger limias from Mike at the Fish Tank Barn. It is his second time shipping, much better than his first time shipping. So probably we'll see him shipping again or more in the future. But got them out into one of the old guppy ponds. I had some. You all right?
Yep, cramping.
I had some rice fish in there. Pulled them out mainly because it is our main tank for guppy grass for the shows. So I felt like even if the rice fish were laying on the guppy grass, I'm just pulling it out and selling it at all the shows anyways. So I'm going to put a live bear in that tank and keep it there for the future. This year will be tiger limias. We'll see how they do. But we've done pretty well with guppies there in the past. So
Sia is off the table. That actually is the name my best friend went by growing up. So although I love her, I would not name my kid after her. Toonie. I thought you went to bed vibes. That's not a good name. Toonie. Once those limias start breeding, they will go crazy. That's what we keep hearing. Richard said, I raised my 2 daughters as a single dad for many years. Loved every minute of it. You could do it. I think Grant would be broke if it wasn't for me with Layla. Honestly, like he is so weak when it comes to her. And we're about to have another one. Like I'm gonna have to take his wallet away from him when we have the second one. So it's like Layla just makes that cute little face when she sees something she likes and hugs it, and he just can't say no.
I can say no, but she's like referring to like, we were at the store today and there was a sloth blanket. It was under $10. I haven't gotten anything for her in a while, and she's going to be helping out with all the bags. We didn't just
have a whole birthday party for her, nothing.
Well, that's birthday. That's different.
And buy her gift.
But who printed out all the labels and put them on all the moss cups for the orders
She's
today.
just sitting in the
And-
bed, just like laying back and relaxing, just printing them up and cutting them and put them on the lids and come in there and we're like, "You good?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm comfy."
So I don't mind buying her little things like that when she wants them. So yeah, I think that she's not spoiled rotten. She is a great young growing girl who's gonna learn the difference between $1 and a hard day's worth of work for nothing.
MC Aquatics, Emma Martina, her name. Martina's not bad. More like, you know what's funny? There's a person in Dayton's class. Her name is Margarita. And I'm like, is that what her mom craved the whole time she was pregnant? Or is that what she drank? She is like the smartest girl in the class. So you know her mom didn't drink. But Vibes Aquatics, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker.
But I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna jump into this tank over here and grab some flame moss before we call it a night. But
I'm sorry. Food said, if I make puppy eyes with Grandpa, will Grandpa buy me a soft look? No, because he doesn't do anything for me. I'm not cute enough for him to give me anything. I've been trying for years. He only has that weakness when it comes to his daughter. Everyone else
Jaden
is
asked
no.
me for candy. I'm the same way.
Yeah, with candy for sure, because he can get some.
Even if it's something I'm not getting myself.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. If you want to continue making baby guest names, just leave a comment down below on the video. Thank you so much for all of them. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.